On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype. We make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what Gwan. A blessed and wonderful Friday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now, me peeps, you don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps, to the name of Friday, the day when Mr. Michael smile pan some of the ones and ones them pocket. So while you're out there traversing these streets from Moran Point to Negril Point, safe travel, pan the gravel, and as always, my peeps, continuously look out on the corner, yai kaswa, the old dirty corner boy them, always out there. Alerts, yeah man. So we're gonna kick it off this morning with a missing person report. Then of course we're gonna get right on into this morning's set of stories. Now on your screen is an elderly female, one of which I would call a member of our most vulnerable. Yeah man. Her name is Mrs. Lula Spence, and she has been missing since Sunday the 29th of September. Now, Miss Lula Spence is from the parish of St. Elizabeth. It is said that she went to church, and upon her arrival from church, she changed her clothes and basically got ready to board a taxi. She left her phone at home by accident, I presume, but nobody has seen or heard from her since she left her home. Now, anyone knowing the whereabouts of Mrs. Lula Spence, please alert any one of these numbers or the Lacovia police in St. Elizabeth. So watch this now, my peeps, we're giving us some updates. Now, 2 Jamaicans who were on drug-related charges get bail, but they were not alone when they were cornered by the long arms of the law. They were also in the company of Haitians, but the Haitians' counterparts remained remanded. So the 2 Jamaicans who were captured last month along with 2 Haitian nationals on a drug operation in St. Ann, as I stated earlier, get some bail. Now the 2 males in question is Anthony Ferguson, 47-year-old, and also Andre Garden, age 23. Each were offered bail in a sum of 600,000 when they appeared in the St. Ann Parish Court. But the 2 Haitians were remanded and are to return to court on October 10th. Investigators stated that on September 6th, the narcotics police conducted an operation at a house in Runaway Bay, St. Ann, where they found 200 pounds of the good old sensimania and a quantity of US counterfeit notes. It is said that the Jamaicans and Haitians who occupied the premises were all later arrested and charged. The Jamaicans are represented by their attorney, Oswest Senior Smith. And also in recent months, I've covered several vlogs about happenings in the Bentley Lane gang in the Maxfield, the lower half of Maxfield, and the Rosetown community, as gang war has erupted in that particular section of the Kingston Western Police Division, where many lives was lost. Now, the members of the gang that was captured and charged by the Kingston Western Police are to appear in the Home Circuit Court on October 18th. The alleged commander of the gang, this criminal element presently on your screen, identified as Navardo Lyons, but more popularly known in the criminal underworld as Gwan or Bad, and 17 others of his co-accused appeared in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Tuesday. So the case is now transferred to the High Court, that is the court downtown, after the senior parish court judge stated that, hey, we can't handle this case this way over our pay grade. So guess what? I got send you down a big yard. Yeah, man. So the men were all remanded. Now, they are charged under the anti-gang legislation for being members of a criminal organization and participating in a criminal organization. They have been accused of being involved in gang activities in the Rosetown community for the last 4 years. Investigators allege that on October 22 last year, two of the defendants, along with another member of the Bentley gang, were behind a double fatal knockings and clappings in the area. That fatal knockings and clappings was said to be a reprisal fatal knockings and clappings of a member of the gang in the said Rosetown community. So I could see how the anti-gang I go play out. We just hope that them learn certain things from previous anti-gang trials. So on the Spot News Media will most definitely be keeping you updated as it relates to this ongoing trial in the Home Circuit Court. Yeah, man. So make we move on. So watch this now, my peeps, in another update. A police constable who has since been identified as Junior Howlett has been formally charged in connection with the fatal knockings and clappings of this 25-year-old man, presently on your screen identified as Aju All. Now, it is said that this fatal knockings and clappings with the policeman and the now deceased man stemmed from an altercation in Falmouth last November. Now, for those who don't remember that particular incident, on the 4th of November 2023, it took place near a nightclub along Harbour Street in Falmouth, Trelawney, where it is alleged that an verbal turned physical altercation took place, leading to where the police constable, that's Junior Howlett, pulled his firearm and discharged his weapon in the direction of the now deceased man, Aju Hall. It is said that Aju Hall lost his life same place, on the spot. Now the charges against the constable followed a thorough investigation by the Independent Commission of Investigations, that's INDECOM, and also a ruling by the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution that the constable should be charged. Now, he was charged and brought before the Trelawney Parish Court on Friday. However, the police constable was granted bail in a sum of $900,000 with 2 sureties. It is said that he is scheduled to return to court on the 16th of October, and reporting and conditions have been imposed as a part of his bail. So the case has drawn attention, public attention, due to the circumstances surrounding the off-duty fatal knockings and clappings of the man. And the investigation continues to unfold, and on the Spot News Media, as always, will keep you updated. Yeah, man. Now over there in the troubled, the war-torn, crime-riddled St. James Police Division, the community of Salt Spring in St. James has been rocked with yet again another fatal knockings and clappings of one of its own. Now on your screen is Caldrick Shaw, who is said to be a security guard from Salt Spring. It is said that 2 nights ago, he left his home to visit his kids and his kids' mother, and upon leaving that location, a barrage of gunfire was heard coming from where he was. It is said that residents went to investigate and saw the lifeless body of Kaldrick Shaw laying along the roadway. The police were called in and his body removed to the morgue. The police is now stating that they have literally no idea why Kaldrick Shaw would have been taken out in a hail of bullets in such a fashion. Well, on the Spot News Media will seek to uncover why Kaldrick Shaw was taken out like that and what is actually the backstory behind his fatal knockings and clappings. Boy, me I tell you my peeps, the thing rough. Now over there in the troubled St. Elizabeth Police Division, a member of the Jamaica Defence Force is among 3 charged following a seizure of an illegal firearm and ammunition in the parish. Now those charged is the soldier, the JDF soldier, Shevin Buchanan. He's known as Soji, of course, in the streets. A next man identified as Shavai Williams, known as Bad Juice. This brother is a well-known sound selector. We come from in a Cambridge, St. James. And the next man known as Dwayne Goldburn, but more popularly known as Metro in the streets. Also a sound selector from Middle Quarters in St. Elizabeth. Now, that one a kind of ticklish a certain type of way. 2 selector and a soldier. Them man you know seem like a corner boy type of thing. But you don't know, say, to all the things set right now in the streets. Corner boy and really stamp on everybody fired. So we're going to do some digging and see if we can figure out the what is what as it relates to that firearm that was found in the car. Now it is said that the men were charged for the possession of a prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition. It is reported that sometime around 1:50 on Sunday afternoon, the 3 were traveling in a blue Toyota Mark X motor car along the YS Main Road in St. Elizabeth. It is said that they were signaled to stop by the police. The driver of the vehicle complied with the police signal to stop. And during a search of the vehicle, a .40 Smith & Wesson pistol with a magazine containing 10 cartridges was found in the console of the vehicle. The 3 men were arrested and transported to the Black River Police Station, where they were all subsequently charged. And before we go no further, I've seen many videos being circulated with a Jamaican news reporter, that's Dion Jackson Miller, educating the regular members of Jan Public about police stop and search and the legality of it. Whilst I have no problem with what she's doing, really educational video that she's putting out there to make the regular ones and ones them aware of their rights as it relates to police stop and search. What I wish to do is add to what Dion Jackson Miller has stated. Now, whilst I am in agreement of what she stated, you, the regular members of Chan Public, are also to be aware that there are other laws that governs the police, such as the Constabulary Force Act, that give them certain powers to stop and search under certain acts. Alright? But what I am here to really focus on more so is that there is a lot of communities that are under the state of public emergency, communities that are under the ZOZO, so and so forth, curfew, all of that. Now, whilst these things are implemented in these communities or parishes, many of us may not be aware that it is presently implemented in these parishes or communities that we traverse on a daily. So the powers now don't really work as it relates to what Dion Jackson Miller has stated. because these things gives the police enhanced powers. For instance, under normal circumstances, soldiers do not have the power of stop and the power of search. Only the police under normal circumstances. But let's just say a ZOZO, special zones of operation, or a curfew, or a state of public emergency is implemented, then the soldiers have the power of stop and the power of search. So the police also have way more wiggle room to do certain things, so to speak, under these special circumstances that was not mentioned by Dean Jackson Miller. So whilst you, the regular members of Chan Public out there traversing these streets, please also try to be aware of the communities that you traverse, the parishes that you traverse, if any one of these things is presently active in that parish, because it gives the police and soldiers enhanced powers that they could not normally do on a regular, under normal circumstances. Alright? So anyway, make we continue. Now the Manchester police have seized an illegal firearm during a snap raid operation in Pike, that is northeast of the parish, that took place Thursday morning, yesterday morning. A 9mm pistol was found in a garbage bin. The police stated that the operational support team raided a bar sometime around 1 o'clock, during which the weapon was found. No one was arrested in connection with that seizure, but the owner of the bar was charged with breaches of the Spirit License Act, including operating without a license and operating beyond opening hours. Now, the last thing that we are going to talk about now, my peeps, members of the Specialized Operation Branch seized this .38 revolver handgun and 7 rounds of ammunition during an operation in the St. Catherine North Police Division. No one was arrested in connection with this find. So we see where the police them and the soldier them step up them game from the whole heap of recovery of illegal weapons. So we definitely commend them upon them efforts. So anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.